At the beginning of the drama, we see the female lead whose name is Yixi, and she is very worried today because her result was about to be announced. In a little while, when the result is announced, her dad tells her, "You have crossed 600." Hearing this, Yixi can't believe her luck. In the next scene, Yixi goes to the university to get admission, where a family requests her to click a photo, for which Yixi agrees. Now Yixi asks them to click her photo, but just as her photo is about to be clicked, the male lead, Bai-yu, arrives, who goes to Yixi's side and starts getting his picture taken, which ruins Yixi's photo. Yixi says, "Could you please move aside a little? Let me get my picture taken first." Bai-yu says, "This isn't your university, you know. It's not like only you can take pictures here." Now a big argument and fight starts between the two of them, so that family gives Yixi her phone and leaves from there. In the next scene, Yixi goes to her room, number 313, where she meets Wu Di, Sun Qing, and Xiao En, who are Yixi's roommates. While they are all talking, a parcel arrives. It's a boy's parcel that was delivered to their room by mistake, because the dorms have the same room numbers. When they see the owner's name on the parcel, Bai-yu's name was written there. Now Yixi doesn't know who Bai-yu is, so she messages him, "Your parcel is with me." In the next scene, we see Bai-yu's roommates, whose names are Shizu, Zhou Yunyun, and Lin Chao. In the next scene, Bai-yu was looking for his class, but then he sees the class name on Yixi's book and asks her, "Do you know where our classroom is?" Yixi gets angry seeing him and tells him the direction to the classroom. In the next scene, when Bai-yu goes there, Yixi had told him the wrong direction, because of which Bai-yu gets late for class on the first day and gets a scolding from teacher Tang. Now the teacher tells everyone, "Today our university is having a debate with another university, so everyone has to go and watch it." In the next scene, everyone goes to watch the debate, where Yixi comes and sits on the seat next to Bai-yu's seat. Now the debate starts, and the leader of Nanqi University, the university where Bai-yu and Yixi study, is Ting Ting. Now the debate was going on, but Bai-yu had no interest in it, so he messages Yixi, "Give me my parcel." Yixi says, "Okay." Just then, Shizu calls Bai-yu by his name. Yixi hears all this and understands, "My enemy's name is Bai-yu." Yixi is just thinking this, but then Sun Qing calls her by the name Yixi. So Bai-yu hears her name and understands that his parcel is with his enemy. Now Qing Bei is called on stage, who was studying at that university but was made the judge there. In the next scene, teacher Tang tells Yixi to give a form to Ting Ting. In the next scene, Ting Ting's members tell her, "We are leaving the debate." Ting Ting says, "Fine, but I won't quit, and I will choose my new members." Now Ting Ting is standing there sad. When Yixi comes there, Ting Ting asks, "Will your class fellow, Bai-yu, participate in this debate?" Yixi says, "Bai-yu was saying he doesn't like debates, so he will not participate." Ting Ting now looks towards Yixi, and she speaks up first, "I don't like debating either." Now Yixi is about to leave, but seeing Ting Ting sad, she says, "Okay, I will try to talk to Bai-yu." In the next scene, Ting Ting and Qing Bei are together, who were very good friends and both were very conscious about the debate, which is why Ting Ting didn't want to quit the debate. In the next scene, when Yixi goes to give the parcel to Bai-yu, she talks to him very politely, which makes Bai-yu think, "Did she lose my parcel somewhere?" Now Yixi tells Bai-yu the whole thing about the debate, and Bai-yu shouts and says, "Why are you talking like an old lady? Why does it matter to you whether Ting Ting gets a team or not, and you shouldn't drag me into this?" Hearing this, Yixi gets angry, so Bai-yu also says in anger, "If you join the debate team, I will join right after you." Hearing this, Yixi angrily gives him the parcel and leaves. In the next scene, Bai-yu is feeling bad because he had behaved very badly with Yixi. The next day, he goes to meet Yixi, but Yixi ignores him. In the next scene, Ting Ting is telling Qing Bei, "Today, many students gave auditions. Selecting 4 from them is very easy, but it wasn't that easy either, and Bai-yu also participates in it." In the next scene, Bai-yu gets ready to debate, and there were 4 people in his opposition, and Bai-yu was alone. Now their topic is whether parents should live with their children or not, and this topic was in support of Yixi. And because this topic was related to Yixi, Yixi wanted to get her parents' attention, and her parents gave all their attention to Yixi's younger sister. Now Bai-yu wins this debate and is leaving when Ting Ting hands Bai-yu a badge to join the group. But Bai-yu refuses and says, "I came here because of my friends, and they betrayed me and left. I will not join this team." In the next scene, the people who lost the debate get another chance to debate. Hearing this, Yixi becomes very happy and works very hard. In the next scene, the debate starts again, and Ting Ting notices Yixi is improving quite well. In the next scene, Ting Ting and Qing Bei are having a discussion when Ting Ting sees Yixi, who is looking for a book for the debate. So Ting Ting goes to Yixi and gives her a book and says, "This book will enhance your debate performance. and you have to keep it a secret that I am guiding you for the debate. In the next scene, Bai Yu is taking a lecture in his class and gets bored while taking the lecture, so he goes out through the back door and goes to a park. Just then, his eyes fall on a cat that was slightly injured. In the next scene, Bai Yu is going here and there carrying wood. Yixi sees him, and after reading the book, she follows him. Over here, Bai Yu builds a separate house for the cat on the university's terrace and goes to get food for it. Then Yixi sees the cat and starts taking care of it with Bai Yu and starts debating with him. But due to Bai Yu having super skills, the debate ends quickly. In the next scene, Bai Yu bunks a class because it involved running, and Bai Yu always ran away from it. But this time the teacher sees him and tells him to run. Now Bai Yu is sitting there when Yixi comes to him and says, "If you help me improve my debate skills, I will do the running for you every day." There was a machine there where you had to insert an ID card, which would fill the running attendance. Now Bai Yu didn't want to run, so he gives his ID card without thinking and accepts her conditions. Now Yixi always marks Bai Yu's attendance instead of her own, and Bai Yu also does not go back on his word. He helps Yixi, because of which Yixi starts improving in debate and wins all the competitions, due to which Ting Ting takes Yixi into her team. But Ting Ting was still in tension because her team members were not yet complete. So Qingbei tells her, "Don't worry, our last member will be Bai Yu." In the next scene, the teacher catches Yixi when she inserts Bai Yu's card instead of her own ID card. So the teacher tells her and Bai Yu, "Clean the ground." In the next scene, Bai Yu and Yixi are cleaning. Bai Yu is also angry at Yixi. Just then, Qingbei comes there and says to Yixi, "From today, you won't come here to do rounds. Instead, you will practice for the debate." Seeing this, Bai Yu immediately says to Qingbei, "I also want to join your team." Ting Ting had already joined me, but I refused. Now, 4 members were selected for the debate team. In the next scene, practice starts, where there is a lot of disagreement between Qingbei and Bai Yu, because Bai Yu considered himself very smart. In the next scene, Bai Yu and Yixi go to see the cat, due to which Yixi gets late for class. Now, after class, Yixi sees that none of her friends had marked her attendance, and Yixi had to go for debate practice, because of which none of Yixi's friends wait for her. Seeing this, Yixi becomes very sad. In the next scene, Miss Tang tells Qingbei, "You should join the other debate team because the coach also wants you to. You will work better at the other place." Qingbei goes outside and tells Ting Ting, "If I debate, I will do it staying with you, or else I will quit." Hearing Qingbei talk about quitting, Ting Ting goes into her past, where when Ting Ting had joined the debate, Qingbei had also joined. After which, Qingbei and Ting Ting had also won many debate competitions, but for some reason, Qingbei has to go out of the city, and Ting Ting is left alone. And after this, Ting Ting starts losing all debate competitions. Now in the present scene, Ting Ting goes to Miss Tang and says, "Don't force Qingbei to leave the debate because it's his dream to debate. If he quits the debate line just because you forced him, it won't benefit anyone. And by chance, even if he joins you, he might help us and make your team lose. I don't want cheating to happen, and I don't want Qingbei to quit debating altogether." Now the sir likes Ting Ting's words a lot. Now he doesn't force Qingbei. In the next scene, Qingbei, Ting Ting, and the rest get busy with practice. Qingbei explains everything to them well, but Bai Yu considered himself oversmart, which caused a fight between Qingbei and Bai Yu. Just then, Ting Ting comes and says, "A new member is going to join our team. This order is being made for all teams." Hearing this, Yixi also fills a form with Sun Qing's name, and Sun Qing becomes very happy because if she comes as a leader, she will get a little closer to Qingbei. In the next scene, no one wanted to become the leader of the literature team, which is why Sun Qing also doesn't raise her hand. In the next scene, an argument breaks out between Qingbei and Bai Yu because Bai Yu wanted to be 4th in the debate team, and Qingbei wanted to bring him to 2nd or 3rd. But Bai Yu gets very angry at this, and Bai Yu decides that he will not join the debate. In the next scene, it is shown that Wang Xiang had researched some things and made a video again, and it was being shown on the canteen's TV. Wang gets a little nervous watching his video. It seemed like he was afraid of speaking in front of other people. In the next scene, Yixi was hungry, but she had no friends with her, so she goes to the terrace to see the cat. Just then, Bai Yu comes there, and while talking, their argument starts again because Bai Yu says that he is good at debate, but Yixi says that Qingbei is better. In the next scene, Bai Yu is in his class. He had decided that he would not join the debate again. Just then, Bai Yu's teacher is explaining to the children, "When you decide you will do it, then no opponent can stop you." So Bai Yu realized that he was fighting with Qingbei for no reason, because he has faith in himself that he can fight, so no one can stop him. In the next scene, Yixi goes to her room, and Sun Qing, Wu Di, and Xiaoen had cleaned the whole room, and Sun Qing also apologizes to her. Yixi forgives her. In the next scene, Ting Ting tells everyone which team they have to debate with, and they all start practicing together. In the next scene, a question is written outside, which everyone is reading, but just then Xiaoen comes and answers that question. Just then, the physics sir comes from behind and is impressed by Xiaoen, and takes her with him and tells her about a paper. In the next scene, Sun Qing was standing in a debate hall where all the debate leaders had come to choose the topic. Here, Sun Qing's team was going to have a debate with a team whose leader was Wang. Now Sun Qing meets Wang nicely, but Wang ignores her. Now the topic Sun Qing got was swar. A life without a dream is not mediocre. They all don't understand the meaning of this. In the next scene, Ting Ting and Qingbei are thinking about which two members they should take with them. Qingbei says, "We should take Bai Yu and Hua Xian with us because Yixi is still improving." Yixi overhears all this and becomes sad. In the next scene, Qingbei goes to Hua Xian and asks him to come for the debate, but Hua Xian refuses because he had a phobia. In the next scene, Yixi is sitting sad, so Bai Yu asks her the reason. Yixi tells him everything. Bai Yu says, "What does it matter? Whoever goes, we should just be concerned that our team is going to win." Yixi says angrily, "You two were selected just like that, but my selection happened after many tests, and if I don't go to the competition now, I will feel bad." Hearing Yixi's words, Bai Yu grabs Yixi's hand and takes her to the practice room. Before Bai Yu could say anything, Qingbei says, "Bai Yu and Yixi will go with us to the competition." Hearing this, Yixi becomes very happy. In the next scene, Xiaoen comes back to the room after giving her physics exam, and her friends are awake there. Now we find out that Xiaoen has secured the first rank. Now Xiaoen needs some money, so she calls her mom and asks for money, but her mom says, "All the money has been spent on your brother. You won't even get pocket money this time." Hearing this, Xiaoen becomes sad and thinks, "I will work a job and collect money." In the next scene, Ting Ting and Qingbei remember that they haven't bought dresses for the debate, but Sun Qing gives them dresses, but they are very big. In the next scene, they all go to the mall to buy dresses, where the boys start getting bored because the girls start doing other shopping too. Now Qingbei brings coffee for everyone, but for Ting Ting, he brings cold coffee, which makes them suspect that Qingbei likes Ting Ting. Now after some time, the girls wear their dresses, but Bai Yu can't tie his tie, so Yixi is tying Bai Yu's tie and is also smiling. Bai Yu is just staring at Yixi as if he has started to like Yixi a lot. In the next scene, the competition day arrives where Sun Qing reaches early, and there she bumps into Yao Shen, and they both start looking at each other, but Sun Qing brings herself to her senses and tells him to support the literature team. In the next scene, the debate starts, and the judge, Bang, is not paying any attention at all because he thinks the literature team is bound to lose because they lose every year. But then he notices the literature team is giving good answers, so he starts listening to the debate carefully. And Hua Xian was also watching the team closely and was also writing down the ranking. It seemed as if he came from another team. In the next scene, Xiaoen goes to an institute for a job, but she doesn't get the job. But just then, a watch breaks, and Xiaoen tells about that watch. So the owner, seeing her physics knowledge, hires her for the job. In the next scene, in the debate competition, it's the fourth round's turn. Before Qingbei can stand up, Yixi stands up and explains the whole summary well, which everyone likes a lot. After a few more rounds, the debate ends, and the result is announced, in which the literature team wins, and they are very happy. Now they are all happy, but then Qingbei comes and scolds Bai Yu, because due to one of his mistakes, they were about to lose, and had won by a very small margin against the other team. Bai Yu says, "Fine, I won't debate anymore." In the next scene, Bai Yu's mom goes to his room, where Bai Yu's friends become fans of his mom. Just then, Bai Yu comes there, and they all go to a restaurant, where on the way, Bai Yu had also picked up Yixi. Now, while eating, Bai Yu's mom asks Yixi a lot of questions because she liked Yixi. Now, Bai Yu's mom had not come to meet him, but to tell him, "You should withdraw your name from literature and enroll in law." But Bai Yu refuses her and goes to drop his mom at the airport, and his mom says, "At least join the coaching. If you feel you can't do law, we won't force you." In the next scene, Yixi is cleaning with her friends when they see a cockroach, and everyone gets scared. Just then, books arrive for Yixi, in which someone had confessed their love to her. In the next scene, Sun Qing calls Bai Yu's friends. Bai Yu's friends are very happy because they thought they would also get a girlfriend, but Sun Qing takes them to her room and locks it and says, "Until you take out all the cockroaches from this room, you will not be allowed to go out." And they all go for a walk. In the next scene, after cleaning, Bai Yu's friends tell him everything, so Bai Yu starts laughing at them. In the next scene, the literature team is called to watch a debate, where Yixi makes a video of that debate and sends it to Bai-yu, and one person from the debating team proposes to Yixi, where we find out that that person had given those books, but Yixi hears this and leaves from there. In the next scene, Yixi's friends take Bai-yu and his friends for a trip, where they all go to a park and also set up a tent. Yixi is recording her video, and just then Bai-yu is also recording his video there, where they both collide, which reminds them of their first day memory, but Bai-yu doesn't say anything and moves to the side. Now they all take their group photo and enjoy a lot. In the next scene, one by one, they all go to Mr. Bang and say, "Please become our coach," but Mr. Bang refuses. In the next scene, the literature team's competition was going to be with Luo Dong's team, and this is the same person who had proposed to Yixi, and Yixi tells all this to Bai-yu, so he comes to check the team's practice, but there, dancing was going on. Seeing all this, Bai-yu thinks the debate is right around the corner, and they are enjoying themselves. In the next scene, Ting Ting goes to Mr. Bang and asks him to become the coach, but Mr. Bang refuses, so Ting Ting makes a bet. "Tomorrow we have a normal debate. If we win, you will become our coach." Mr. Bang says, "Yes." In the next scene, the competition is happening. When it's Hua Xian's turn, he is unable to speak due to his phobia. Now Bai-yu is watching all this, so he quickly says, "I will also take part in this competition." Now they win this competition, and Mr. Bang also agrees to become their coach. In the next scene, Yixi and Sun Qing go to watch the debate using the IDs of politics students, where a judge says one should never quit debating. Hearing this, Yixi starts running from there. Just then, that judge calls Yixi, and she is none other than Yixi's younger sister, whose name is Xiao Chen. Now Yixi doesn't talk nicely to Xiao Chen and leaves from there. In the next scene, Coach Bang gets busy improving his team and says, "You people watch your competition videos and note where your mistakes are." Bai-yu says, "I am improved in every area. On the contrary, my job is to correct these people." Hearing this, all of them shout at him, to the side. Now they all take their group photo and enjoy a lot. In the next scene, Xiao Chen asks Yixi to become her assistant and also says, "If you don't listen to me, I will tell mom and dad," because her mom and dad always gave more priority to Xiao Chen. In the next scene, we see a scene from the past in which Xiao Chen was very intelligent, because of which her mom and dad make her jump 4 classes ahead, after which Xiao Chen becomes Yixi's elder sister. Now in the present scene, Yixi is telling this story to her friends, and hearing it, everyone gets emotional. In the next scene, Bai-yu and Yixi are sitting together, and Yixi asks, "Why is your father forcing you to study law?" Bai-yu says, "My father wants to bring me into his business, that's why he is forcing me." Yixi says, "Yes, my sister also went to a higher class, because of which my parents started giving her more priority and don't listen to me." Now Yixi decides, "From today, I will not listen to anything Xiao Chen says." Just then, Yixi gets a call from Xiao Chen, and Yixi has to go to her immediately. In the next scene, Xiao Chen had called Yixi to the canteen to eat food. Yixi shouts and says, "Xiao Chen, don't you have any friends that you don't eat with them? You bother me for such a small thing." But Xiao Chen doesn't pay attention to her words and tells her to order food. In the next scene, Yixi and Sun Qing go to their room after practice, and Sun Qing asks, "Do you also like Luo Dong?" Luo Dong was a member of a team and he liked Yixi. Yixi flatly refuses. Sun Qing says, "Our next debate competition is with his team, so why don't you use him?" Yixi refuses. Just then, Yixi gets a message from Luo Dong. "I am going to an art exhibition, will you come with me?" Now Yixi's phone is with Sun Qing, and she says yes to him, because of which she has to go with Luo Dong. In the next scene, Yixi goes with Luo Dong. At first she thinks, is Luo Dong using me? But then she understands that he has feelings for her. Just then, Bai-yu comes there and pulls Yixi and takes her with him. In the next scene, Mr. Bang tells everyone that you have all passed the test. In the next scene, Bai-yu goes to his room and finds Hua Xian's camera, in which he had recorded, "I am leaving because the work that Mr. Bang gave, I couldn't do it properly." Seeing this, all the members get worried for him and later decide to talk to him. In the next scene, Mr. Bang himself goes to meet Hua Xian. Just then, Bai-yu and Yixi also go there. Now Bang explains to him, "We should never run away from our responsibilities because the more hearing Mr. Bang's words, Yixi understands why her sister and she never got along, and Yixi never considered Xiao Chen younger until today. That's why Yixi goes to meet Xiao Chen and, without her saying anything, brings something for her to eat." In the next scene, everyone is practicing when Mr. Bang thinks their team will lose because of Bai-yu, so he sends everyone away and stops Bai-yu. In the next scene, Mr. Bang is telling Bai-yu, "You are very weak." But Bai-yu is not accepting this. Then, Mr. Bang gives him a task. You will have to listen to everything Yixi and Sun Qing say. Hearing this, Yixi and Sun Qing become very happy. In the next scene, Xiao En gets her salary. She is going on a bus. A thief sitting on the bus knows about Xiao En's money, so he takes out her purse, and when Xiao En realizes that the purse is not there, the bus has gone very far. When Xiao En tells her friends this whole story, her friends say, "Don't worry, we will give you money." But Xiao En does not accept this money. In the next scene, everyone is practicing for the debate when Yixi gets a message from Luo Dong, and she gets up to leave. Sun Qing asks, "Where are you going?" Yixi says, "Luo Dong has called me to watch a debate." Hearing this, Bai Yu gets jealous. In the next scene, Sun Qing and Bai Yu are sitting in class. Sun Qing is marking attendance for her friends in different voices. After a while, Yixi comes, and Sun Qing and Yixi start bad-mouthing Bai Yu. Now Bang had told Bai Yu to agree to everything they say, so he also agrees with them. In the next scene, Xiao En calls her mom and asks for money, and her mom says, "You should find a job somewhere and collect money for your studies yourself." Now Xiao En, tired and defeated, goes to her room, and her friends are waiting for her and say, "You should never take a loan because you will have to pay extra charges with it." Xiao En says, "I will not take a loan. I have found a job." Now Xiao En starts working at 4 places and comes back tired at night, by which time all of Xiao En's friends have already slept. In the next scene, when Yixi is telling Bai Yu about Xiao En, Bai Yu gets a message from Qingbei and leaves from there. In the next scene, Bai Yu, Qingbei, and Hua Xian are playing a game and enjoying it a lot. And as soon as Qingbei sees Ting Ting's message, he immediately goes to meet Ting Ting. In the next scene, Qingbei and Ting Ting are eating food in a restaurant, and Bai Yu and Hua Xian follow them there. In the next scene, Hua Xian takes Ting Ting with him to discuss something related to the competition, and Bai Yu stays there with Qingbei. Bai Yu asks Qingbei, "Do you like Ting Ting?" To which Qingbei says, "Yes, I wanted to confess my love to her, but I went out of the city, which is why I couldn't tell Ting Ting anything. I want that when I win the debate competition. Then I will propose to Ting Ting." Qingbei says, "You probably like Yixi, but you are not able to confess your feelings. If you don't do it soon, Luo Dong will take her away." Hearing this, Bai Yu gets a little tense but says, "No, I don't like her." Saying this, he leaves. In the next scene, Bai Yu goes to meet Yixi, and they think of getting a purse like Xiao En's. Then Bai Yu gets a purse like Xiao En's, gets an ID card made, and gives it to Xiao En. But Xiao En understands that they bought this purse new because Xiao En didn't keep her ID card in her purse. Xiao En returns that purse to Yixi and Bai Yu and starts to leave for her job. After a short distance, Xiao En falls, after which Yixi and Bai Yu immediately take her to the hospital, and the doctor says Xiao En has become weak due to overworking, and she needs to rest for a few days, otherwise Xiao En's life could be in danger. In the next scene, Yixi goes to Xiao Chen and asks her to find a job for Xiao En. Xiao Chen says, "If you go with me for the interview, I will find a job." Yixi says, "Okay." In the next scene, Yixi is sitting in her room when Sun Qing comes there and shows Yixi a post which has some tips on how to know who you have feelings for, and when Yixi is reading that post, she feels all those feelings are for Bai Yu. On the other side, Bai Yu's friends also show him the post, and Bai Yu also feels feelings for Yixi. In the next scene, Bai Yu's friend tells him about live streaming. In it, people ask you questions, and in return for answering them, you get money. Hearing this, Bai Yu and Yixi immediately tell Xiao En, for which she agrees. In the next scene, Xiao En gets ready to do a live stream, and her friends sit behind the screen so that whoever knew the answer would tell Xiao En, because of which Xiao En earns a lot of money, which was used for her studies. And with the money that was left, Xiao En gives them a treat. In the next scene, during the treat, Qingbei and Ting Ting were eating food together. Sun Qing doesn't like all this because she also liked Qingbei. In the next scene, Xiao En is sitting in her room and reading that post, and she also feels all those feelings are for Bai Yu. But just then, Wu Di comes there and asks, "What are you doing?" Hearing this, Xiao En quickly deletes the post. In the next scene, Ting Ting is talking to a person named Honey. "You promised me that you were coming this year, but you didn't come this year either." Just then, Qingbei comes there and hears everything, and doesn't bother her, and just leaves the juice outside and goes away. Now we find out Ting Ting is already in a relationship with someone. In the next scene, the teacher tells everyone to form a club and represent it. Yixi goes to a restaurant to decide on a club, where Ting Ting was present and was saying on the phone, "Our long-distance relationship won't last long, you should come quickly." Just then, Yixi arrives there, so Ting Ting leaves from there, but Yixi doesn't hear a single word of her conversation. In the next scene, Ting Ting asks Qingbei to go out and eat, but for the first time, Qingbei refuses her. In the next scene, Bai Yu asks Qingbei, "When will you confess to Ting Ting now?" Qingbei says, "I won't do it now because she is already in a relationship." In the next scene, the debate competition day arrives, and the debate starts. Today's topic was related to love. The supporters of Luo Dong's team do some very strange things, and Luo Dong's team explains love with a picture. Now it's the final round's turn for the debate. From the literature team, Yixi stands up, and from the other team, Luo Dong. Now Yao Shen has also come here and, as always, is writing down points. Now it's the turn to give the summary. Qingbei gives the summary very well, and they win the debate. Now everyone is very happy, and Sun Qing gives them all a party, but this was Sun Qing's plan because she was going to propose to Qingbei today. Now Qingbei goes out for some work, so Sun Qing prepares herself, and when Bai Yu finds out about this, he calls Qingbei, but Qingbei had forgotten his phone at the party. In the next scene, Qingbei is outside and sees Ting Ting crying there, who was crying for her lover. So Qingbei tells her, "Whatever decision you make, I will continue to support you." Now they are both going to the party, so Yixi and the others stop Ting Ting and let Qingbei go inside. Now as soon as Qingbei goes inside, Sun Qing proposes to him and tells him all her feelings, but Qingbei likes Ting Ting, because of which he says, "I don't like you at all." Saying this, he leaves. As soon as Qingbei goes out, everyone goes inside and understands from Sun Qing's face that she has been rejected, because of which they start dancing and party late into the night and also watch the sunrise together. In the next scene, Yixi and everyone are giving an interview, where the anchor asks everyone the reason for debating. Everyone gives their own reasons, but when it's Bai Yu's turn, everyone laughs in their minds because Bai Yu had joined the debate to avoid running. But Bai Yu lies, "I have been fond of debating since childhood." In the next scene, Ting Ting and Qingbei are spending time together. Qingbei asks, "This is your last year, what will you do after this?" Ting Ting says, "I will do painting." Qingbei says, "Now I will support you every time." Now Ting Ting starts to forget her boyfriend because of Qingbei and also throws his photo in the dustbin. Just then, Ting Ting gets a call from her mom who says, "Your dad has found a job for you. You should come." In the next scene, Yixi and Sun Qing are coming back after practice when Wang comes on the way and tells Yixi, "Come to watch my football match." In the next scene, Yixi goes to watch the match, and Sun Qing gets a sprain in her foot and is shouting. Just then, Yao Shen comes there and says, "This is just a normal sprain, it won't make much difference." Hearing this, Sun Qing gets angry, but it's Yao Shen's habit to speak everything plainly. In the next scene, Wang's team had a competition with Bai Yu's team, where Wang's team wins, and Wang, looking at Yixi, proposes to her in front of everyone on the mic. So Yixi says, "Thank you for proposing to me, that too in front of everyone, but I refuse you because I don't have feelings for you." Bai Yu is listening to everything carefully, but when he hears Yixi's answer, he relaxes. Now Wang tells Yixi, "You should try one more time to awaken the feelings." Bai Yu can't bear this, and he tells Yixi, "Let's go, we have to practice for the debate," and pulls her away. Just then, Sun Qing is also standing there and says, "Anyway, this place wasn't romantic." Yao Shen says, "Not right now, but at night it will become romantic because a meteor shower is going to fall." In the next scene, Sun Qing comes with all her friends to see the meteor shower, but after waiting for a long time, she goes to her room. Now the meteor shower falls, and Yao Shen makes a wish, "May all of that girl's wishes come true." Here, Yixi also makes a wish, and in a little while, one of Sun Qing's wishes comes true, that she gets a lot of coupons for eating food. In the next scene, as soon as Yixi comes out, Bai Yu starts to take her to the practice room on his cycle, but the cycle breaks down midway. In the next scene, all the debaters are in the hall, and a judge comes and announces the names of the top 12 debaters, and finally, the literature team also comes in the top 12. In the next scene, everyone is very happy except for Ting Ting because the day of her painting competition was the same day as the debate competition, and if Ting Ting didn't go to the debate competition, the literature team could be thrown out. But the rest of them were very happy about Ting Ting not coming to the debate, but they were not showing their happiness, because if Ting Ting found out about this, she would leave the competition and go to the debate. Now everyone is busy convincing Hua Xian to come in Ting Ting's place, but Hua Xian refuses. In the next scene, the law team was going to have a competition with the art team, and everyone had gone to see it, for which the judges were Bai Yu's aunt and Xiao Chen. Now Yao Shen had also come there, and he gives Sun Qing a shopping coupon, but Sun Qing didn't like shopping, so she doesn't take the coupon. After some time, Bai Yu, Qingbei, and Hua Xian also come there. Now Hua Xian gets nervous, seeing a member of the law team. Now finally, the law team wins, and Bai Yu again tries to convince Hua Xian, but he refuses. So Bai Yu says to him, "You're selfish." Just then, Yixi comes there and tells Hua Xian, "You have a counselor, so you should go." Now, Hua Xian goes to meet the counselor. Hua Xian, in turn, catches the counselor's phobia. In the next scene, Hua Xian is eating food in the canteen when that person comes and starts talking to him. But Hua Xian doesn't want to talk to him at all. Xiao Chen is watching all this and shoos that person away. In the next scene, Xiao Chen goes to Bai Yu and the others and says Hua Xian doesn't have a phobia, but something definitely happened in his past that doesn't let him speak in front of the public. Hearing this, Bai Yu immediately goes to Hua Xian and starts asking him about his past. After a lot of insistence, Hua Xian tells, "In childhood, I had a habit of wetting the bed, and when that person found out about it, he told the whole class. Then, in a competition, that person and I had both won. When we were both called on stage, all the kids started laughing looking at me, and I got nervous and peed in my pants right there. That's why, whenever I think of public speaking, I get scared that I might pee." Hearing this, Bai Yu gets angry and says, "Let's go and teach him a lesson." Xiao Chen says, "There is no need," until Hua Xian says whether to forgive him or punish him, upon which Hua Xian falls into thought about whether to forgive that person or to maintain a relationship with him like this. In the next scene, Yao Shen meets Sun Qing and hands Sun Qing a food coupon, and Sun Qing goes to eat with Yao Shen. Here, Yao Shen asks Sun Qing if she likes Qing Bei, and Sun Qing says, "I like Qing Bei," and Qing Bei likes Ting Ting, but Ting Ting doesn't like Qing Bei. For this reason, I will try to get a yes from Qing Bei's mouth. In the next scene, Xiao Chen goes to meet Yixi and says, all the documenters who collect information for their team have an interview, and for this, Hua Xian will also have to go. Hearing this, Hua Xian gets scared. In the next scene, preparations begin. Mr. Bang is focusing more on his team because this time the competition was between the law students and the literature students, and the law coach was our Bai Yu's aunt, and the literature coach was Mr. Bang. There had been a clash between Mr. Bang and Bai Yu's aunt for a long time. In the next scene, Xiao Chen goes to Hua Xian to motivate him. Now, Hua Xian gets ready to give the interview, and when he is leaving, he sees that person, and he says, "Sorry," to Hua Xian and leaves. Hua Xian decides that he will forgive him. Hearing Hua Xian's words, Xiao Chen says, "Just because someone apologizes, it's not necessary to forgive them. Sometimes that person has to pay for their mistake." In the next scene, all the debaters are on stage, and the anchor asks Hua Xian and that person, "You both have a competition. How are your preparations?" But that person crosses the line this time and says, "Hua Xian, forgive me. I told everyone about your bedwetting habit in childhood, after which you even peed on stage." Hearing this, Hua Xian gets angry, but as soon as he sees Xiao Chen, his confidence increases, and he says, "Just because someone apologizes, it is not necessary to forgive them. It is necessary to make them realize their mistake. And at that time in childhood, I had forgiven you, but now you will have to pay for this too." And Hua Xian also says, "I will try my best tomorrow." In the next scene, Mr. Bang calls them all for practice, but he sees that none of the debaters are serious, so he thinks, hopefully they will pass, and if they fail, they will get the biggest lesson for their carelessness. In the next scene, the debate competition day arrives, and Sun Qing, as always, asks people to support the literature team. But this time, she was also giving her own designed shirts to the supporters. Now Sun Qing has one shirt left, and she keeps this shirt for Yao Shen because they both had become good friends. Now Sun Qing had forgotten to bring the camera, so she goes to the literature room and is going back with the camera, but then her eyes fall on the law team's room, in which Yao Shen was also there, and he had also worn a dress like the law team, which meant that Yao Shen was also coming to debate from the law team. In the next scene, the debate starts, and Yao Shen is repeatedly looking at Sun Qing and smiling, but Sun Qing always looks at him angrily. Now Sun Qing notices all the points that Yao Shen is mentioning. He has already discussed these points with Sun Qing. Seeing this, Sun Qing feels that Yao Shen has betrayed her. Now during the competition, the law team plays very well, but Yixi also scores well in the third round, and Hua Xian also stands up and speaks and explains better than Ting Ting. Now, summaries are given from both teams. Now it's the results' turn, and the law team wins, and all the members of the literature team become sad and realize that they were very careless in this debate. In the next scene, Mr. Bang calls everyone to the practice room and tells them to analyze the score, to which Qing Bei says, "Now it's the law team's competition against the match team. If the law team wins, we will come in second position, and if the match team wins, there will be a tie between the two." Ting Ting says, "If there is a tie, it will be decided based on numbers." Yixi says, "After this, the law team will score 83, and the match team will score 93. Ting Ting says, "No one has scored above 90. Hua Xian says, "I have done the calculation, in which the law team will win." In the next scene, Xiao Chen calls Yixi, and Xiao Chen has a bottle of juice. Yixi says, "You won, right? And your team won, so you should be enjoying. Why did you bring me here?" Xiaochen expresses her feelings. Even though I am good at studies, there's no comparison to you. Your life is much better because you have friends with whom you can have fun, but my friends are enjoying themselves. It doesn't matter to them that I am here. Hearing this, Yixi takes the juice bottle from Xiaochen and says, "Here, let me help you open it." After this, they both talk a lot. In the next scene, there is a debate competition between the law team and the match team. The literature team also comes to watch the debate. Now the results are announced, and the match team wins with a score of 94, and the law team's score becomes 87. Hearing this score, everyone is surprised because even they had not expected to be able to score so much. And because of this high score, the literature team cannot go to the top 8 and gets disqualified. In the next scene, everyone feels very bad, especially Ting Ting, because everyone can join the debate next year, but this was Ting Ting's last year, and she got disqualified and won't even be able to apply next year. But still, everyone parties so that everyone's mood can be refreshed and everyone can focus on something other than the competition. In the next scene, debate classes were started in the university, and a debate master from outside was going to come and teach them, but this class was for the art students who were competing in the debate. Now Yixi tries to go to that class, but a staff member comes and stops her. In the next scene, Yixi goes and tells this to Bai Yu, but he was very sad and had no desire to go to the class at all. Then Yixi tells this to Mr. Bang, and Mr. Bang says, "If you can't get something the straight way, then get it the crooked way." In the next scene, Yixi goes into the class through the back door, and as soon as the class starts, she also sits down. Now the debate master explains well, and then makes 2 children stand up and has a debate between them. Now he makes Yixi and a boy stand up, and in that competition, Yixi wins, because of which that boy gets irritated and tells the master, "This girl came into the class secretly, and she was disqualified from the top 8. Then Yixi gives her point, "This class is held only for the arts debate team. What about the rest of us? We will become weak behind them, and these people will always keep moving forward, so how are we equal?" Upon which, that master does not get angry at all and says, "Yixi can come to take the class, no one can stop her. Even the rest of you can come because if we have so much desire to do something, we should do it." In the next scene, Bai Yu and Yixi's cat grows up, and they think that they will give this cat to someone because no cat can live alone. After which, they reach Sun Qing's aunt's house to give that cat. Now Yao Shen has also come there, but it's of no use because Sun Qing lets Bai Yu and Yixi come inside but closes the door for Yao Shen. Now Sun Qing's aunt doesn't keep that cat because her cat's breed is different, and Bai Yu's cat's breed is different. And when the aunt finds out that this cat was picked up from the road, she says, "How can I keep a cat that was walking on the road in my house?" Now Bai Yu also gets angry and goes outside, and as soon as the door opens, Yao Shen starts apologizing to Sun Qing. But Sun Qing goes to the top of her house and pours cold water on him, because of which Yao Shen catches a cold. But as soon as Sun Qing comes in front of him, he starts reacting normally. In the next scene, the literature team and the rest of the people were taking a class where the master says, "Everyone will make pairs, then I will have a debate among them." Right there, a girl named Lu Wei says to Bai Yu, "Can we be partners?" To which Bai Yu says, "Yes," and this makes Yixi feel bad because she liked him. Now after the debate ends, Bai Yu asks Yixi to go see the cat with him, but Yixi rudely refuses and leaves from there. In the next scene, after the debate, Lu Wei asks for Bai Yu's WeChat account on the pretext of giving him notes, to which Yao Shen says, "Lu Wei has not given me the notes yet, and I don't have her WeChat account," but she gave Bai Yu the account very quickly. Seeing this, Yixi was getting very jealous. In the next scene, Bai Yu orders food in a restaurant, but then he sees that he doesn't have his wallet. But just then, Lu Wei comes there, whom Bai Yu asks to lend him money, and they both eat food together, and a lot of conversation happens between the two of them. In the next scene, Bai Yu had prepared Yao Shen and sent him to impress Sun Qing and apologize to her, but Yao Shen does the work in such a clumsy way that Sun Qing gets even angrier with him. In the next scene, Bai Yu gives a party to the literature team and Lu Wei. Now Lu Wei comes with a can of juice in front of Yixi and Bai Yu and asks, "Which one do you want?" Yixi takes Coke, and Bai Yu asks for Sprite, to which Lu Wei says, "I will drink Sprite too." Seeing this, Yixi becomes sad and goes to meet her friends. In the next scene, Xiaochen is very intelligent and tells Yixi, "It depends on you whether you will choose Coke or Sprite," because Xiaochen had understood that Yixi likes Bai Yu. In the next scene, everyone in the university is told that their exams are going to happen. Hearing this news, everyone gets sad. Now Sun Qing and Yixi go to study in the library, and the library was full of students due to the upcoming exams. Just then, a boy comes there and starts talking sweetly to Sun Qing. Now Yixi sees Bai Yu, so she goes to him, and due to the library being full, they both go outside to study. Just then, Lu Wei comes there and tells Bai Yu, I have already saved a seat. Let's go inside and study. Now Bai Yu leaves Yixi alone and goes with Lu Wei. In the next scene, Sun Qing has no desire to study at all. And anyway, she hadn't studied the whole year, because of which she goes to that person and, in exchange for money, gets the entire question paper from him and becomes relaxed. Now, Sun Qing goes to Xiao En and says, solve this question paper for me. Xiao En says, I will do it after a while. In the next scene, Qingbei and Ting Ting go to get something from the canteen. Just then, Lu Wei and Bai Yu also come there, and they all start getting things together. Now from behind, Yixi and Sun Qing are also coming to the canteen, but Yixi gets upset seeing Lu Wei with Bai Yu and tells Sun Qing, we will come to get things later. In the next scene, Bai Yu, Qingbei, and Hua Xian come to play football, where Qingbei tells Bai Yu, you are hanging out with Lu Wei these days, and Yixi doesn't like it. Bai Yu asks, how do you know that we like that person? Qingbei says, if that person is happy, we are also happy, and if that person is sad, we are also sad. Hearing this, Hua Xian says, yes, I also feel for her. Now after everyone leaves, Bai Yu remembers the memories and says, yes, I really do like Yixi. Then he quickly messages Lu Wei, come to the library quickly, I have to tell you something. In the next scene, Lu Wei thinks that Bai Yu has started to like her, but just then Bai Yu comes there and tells Lu Wei, we should maintain a distance and I don't like you at all. But Lu Wei doesn't react, and, while smiling, says, maybe you will start to like me later. In the next scene, after finishing her work, Xiaoen starts solving Sun Qing's paper and finds this paper familiar. And when she opens the book, that paper was a sample from that book, meaning that person had fooled Sun Qing. Now Sun Qing and some other students had become hopeless, so they ask Bai Yu and Yixi for some tips so that they can pass the exam. In the next scene, the exams finally end, and everyone's exams go well. Now in happiness of the exams being over, all of them eat together at a restaurant, and after eating, they are enjoying themselves and going to their respective rooms. Just then, Qingbei gets a message from Wang Siyu. Wang Siyu was a member of the match team who asks Qingbei to meet him. In the next scene, all of them go to meet Wang Siyu, and Wang Siyu apologizes to everyone and says, we won because of cheating. We stole the law team's notes. Now this is why it was difficult to even get 90 marks. And these guys got 94 marks. That's why Wang Siyu also admits his mistake in front of the audience. Now this means that now, not the match team but the law team won. And the literature team also came in second position. Now they are very happy and enjoy themselves. In the next scene, Bai Yu decides, I will organize a New Year's party, and advises Qingbei, you should tell Ting Ting your feelings on that same day. Qingbei says, okay. In the next scene, Bai Yu invites Yixi, but Yixi decides that she will not go to the party because she was jealous of Lu Wei. But Sun Qing tells her to go because she also wanted to tell Qingbei her feelings on the day of the party. Yixi also agrees. In the next scene, Yixi and Xiao En are both shopping to give a gift to Bai Yu. Now Yixi sees a notebook, and Xiao En also likes the same notebook, and Yixi also gives that notebook to Xiao En. In the next scene, Ting Ting goes to meet Qingbei and tells him, my mom and dad want me to get a job and not complete my master's degree. Hearing this, Qingbei starts to calm Ting Ting down. Just then, Wu Di clicks a photo of both of them. In the next scene, Wu Di shows the photo to her friends that Qingbei and Ting Ting are getting close, but she doesn't tell this to Sun Qing. In the next scene, Lu Wei goes to meet Bai Yu to discuss, what are you going to do for the new year? Bai Yu says, we are going to have a party, and Bai Yu had not invited Lu Wei to the party. In the next scene, Xiaochen was not going to come to the party, for which Hua Xian was organizing a separate party for her, and falls asleep right there while working. Now Xiaochen is impressed by Hua Xian's preparation. In the next scene, Qingbei calls Ting Ting and asks, will you come to the party? Ting Ting's mood is bad, and she refuses because she didn't want to spoil others' party because of her. In the next scene, the party starts and everyone is enjoying a lot, but Qingbei is not enjoying and is very sad. Sun Qing can't see all this and goes and gets Ting Ting out of her room. Now Sun Qing tells Qingbei, today's culture is that if any boy and girl watch fireworks together, it means they will always be together. And Ting Ting didn't want to see me sad, that's why she refused to come to the party. Now Sun Qing tells Qingbei all her feelings and says, now, I don't want to be with you anymore because Ting Ting and you are made for each other. Now Sun Qing, showing her diary to Qingbei, decides that she will not go after Qingbei anymore. Seeing this, Sun Qing's friends are very happy with her decision. In the next scene, the fireworks start, and Bai Yu is not at the party. Yixi goes to look for him, and right there, Bai Yu is standing in front of Lu Wei. In a little while, the fireworks go off, and Qingbei confesses his feelings to Ting Ting, and Lu Wei confesses her feelings to Bai Yu. but Ting Ting agrees, and Bai Yu refuses. Just then, Yixi comes there, and Bai Yu smiles, seeing her. In the next scene, Yao Shen is sitting alone and watching the fireworks. Just then, Sun Qing comes there, and Yao Shen gives her a diary. Seeing this, Sun Qing is impressed by Yao Shen. In the next scene, Yixi and Bai Yu are also watching the fireworks, and from Yixi's smile, it seems that Bai Yu has rejected Lu Wei. Now Bai Yu asks Yixi, "Do you have a prince?" Yixi says, "No, I don't have a prince yet." Now Bai Yu asks Yixi for her foot size, and Yixi says, "Are you going to give me shoes today?" Bai Yu says, "No, it's very cold today. I want to give you socks." Hearing this, Yixi runs away from there out of shyness. In the next scene, the result comes out, and except for Shizu and Sun Qing, everyone else passes, and the whole university gets holidays. In the next scene, Sun Qing comes to her grandparents' house, and Yao Shen is already working at their restaurant there because he needed some money to buy gifts for his family. Now Sun Qing's friends also come there to discuss the last debate so that they can take part in the debate competition, and their competition was supposed to be after the holidays. Now while leaving, Bai Yu and Yixi decide that they will call once a day and discuss the debate. This was just an excuse. In fact, they wanted to hear each other's voice once a day. In the next scene, everyone goes to their respective homes, and when Bai Yu goes home, his dad is not there, and Bai Yu's mom had made many dishes for him. Now as soon as Bai Yu's father comes, he takes Bai Yu for a run, and after that, he immediately tells Bai Yu to go to sleep. But Bai Yu doesn't listen to his father and goes to his room and calls Yixi, and Bai Yu falls asleep while talking. In the next scene, Sun Qing's grandparents like Yao Shen a lot and start showing him Sun Qing's childhood photos. Just then, Sun Qing comes there and pulls Yao Shen to a corner. Yao Shen is so naive that seeing Sun Qing angry, he starts apologizing to her, even though it wasn't his fault. Sun Qing says, "You will only be forgiven when you work late into the night." In the next scene, Yixi's debate skills come in handy. Yixi and her family go shopping, and there, the customers start lying and shouting at the worker. Now, Yixi starts debating with those customers and catches their lie, seeing which Yixi's mom feels proud of her. In the next scene, Sun Qing had kept Yao Shen until late at night to learn debate skills. Yao Shen explains to her well, but Sun Qing doesn't understand anything, and finally gives up and leaves from there. In the next scene, Ting Ting's father comes home and tells Ting Ting, "I have talked to the boss for your job. You should go to the job." Ting Ting's mom says, "Look how hard your dad is working for you, and you will have to go for the job and give an interview." In the next scene, Yao Shen tells Ting Ting, "Today is my last day, and I will be leaving." Hearing this, Sun Qing feels bad and goes inside and brings something for Yao Shen and says, "My grandparents gave this for you. Keep it." Yao Shen says, "Okay, you tell me what you want, and I will bring it for you." Sun Qing also tells him a few things, and Yao Shen leaves from there. In the next scene, as soon as the holidays are over, everyone comes back. Bai Yu is going. In the next scene, Ting Ting reaches the university, and just then, Ting Ting gets a call in which a person says Ting Ting has been selected in the painting exam she gave. In the next scene, Bai Yu and Yixi also meet and go to a restaurant to eat food. Just then, they see Yao Shen and Sun Qing, who are sitting together. Seeing this, Yixi and Bai Yu start teasing Sun Qing and Yao Shen. In the next scene, all four of them are in the hall because the literature team was going to have a competition with the match team. Now lots were being drawn there to decide which team would argue on the topic. Just then, the literature team's topic is obsession is a good thing. Now they start practicing, but they don't have a debate room because the previous debate room had now become a science room. Just then, Bai Yu gets an idea, and he takes everyone to that empty building. Because it was an empty building, they could debate there. Now all of them together start cleaning an area of the building. In the next scene, Ting Ting is going to meet Mr. Tang when she hears Qingbei's voice, who is maintaining a long-distance relationship. Qingbei had concluded that he will complete both years this year and will also finish all the other university work. Qingbei is doing all this because he can easily go anywhere with Ting Ting. But Ting Ting is also worried about how Qingbei will manage so many tasks. Qingbei says, "I can do anything for you." This means that Qingbei and Ting Ting are in a relationship. In the next scene, Qingbei and Ting Ting are going to the empty building holding hands. Just then, the match team is already standing there looking at the building. After a while, Bai Yu's team also arrives there and beats the match team and shoos them away. After which, everyone sees that Ting Ting and Qingbei are holding each other's hands. They understand that these two are now in a relationship. Now they all start practicing, but due to the lack of a room, they face a lot of difficulties. Like when Qingbei is working outside, the match team keeps an eye on his laptop, and when the literature team is not in the room, the match team comes and starts looking at their things so that they can get the literature team removed. All this until Bai Yu, Yixi, Sun Qing, and Hua Xian set up a trap for the match team all night. Now the match team is so greedy that they go into that room to cheat, and something happens to them. Now Qingbei and Ting Ting, seeing the condition of the match team, understand that Bai Yu and the others must have done this together, so Qingbei goes to meet them. In the next scene, looking at Qingbei, it seems like he's about to lash out at the whole team, but Qingbei starts laughing and tells Bai Yu, "Next time you make a plan like this, include me in the trap too." In the next scene, it was the day of Ting Ting's interview, but on the same day was also Ting Ting's painting competition day. Ting Ting decides that she will go for the interview. Now Qingbei goes to drop Ting Ting. They are going inside the airport when Yixi, Bai Yu, Huaxian, and Sun Qing arrive there and try to explain to Ting Ting, "You should do the work that will benefit you in the future. It shouldn't be that you do something under someone's pressure and have to regret it later." Hearing this, Ting Ting realizes that she is taking a wrong step, so she says, "But I haven't even booked the ticket for the competition." Qingbei says, "Don't worry, we have already booked it." In the next scene, Ting Ting goes to the competition and gives the exam well, and after the exam is over, she goes outside and Qingbei is standing there. Qingbei asks, "How was the exam?" Ting Ting says, "My smile must be telling you that the exam went very well." Ting Ting asks, "How was your debate competition?" Qingbei says, "You guess for yourself." Ting Ting says, "Looking at you, it seems like you passed." Now Ting Ting and Qingbei go back to the university and Ting Ting gets a call from her mom and dad. And they are very worried because Ting Ting hadn't picked up their phone during the exam. So the mom and dad think that something might have happened to Ting Ting on the way. Ting Ting's mom tells her, "You do whatever you want, we will support you, but please let us know." We were very tense. In the next scene, in happiness of passing the debate and Ting Ting's exam, Qingbei cooks food with his own hands, and Ting Ting helps him, and the rest of them eat food together and party. In the next scene, Bai Yu and Yixi are going back after returning library books when their eyes fall on Sun Qing and Yaoshen, who are going somewhere. Now Bai Yu and Yixi start following them. Now Yaoshen and the Sun Qing sit on a park bench and start talking. Looking at them, it seems that they have started to like each other. Sun Qing tells Yaoshen, "Now our competition is with your team, so we shouldn't get into a relationship right now. But after the competition, we will get into a relationship." Now Yaoshen is just about to touch Sun Qing's hand when Yixi makes a sound, and poor Yaoshen's plan is ruined. In the next scene, Bai Yu is surprised because he had told Yixi that they would have a picnic together. But as soon as Sun Qing finds out about this, she brings everyone else along so that Yixi and Bai Yu are not alone. Now, after enjoying the picnic, they all get back to practicing for the debate. In the next scene, Huaxian is asking Bai Yu what gift to give Xiao Chen because Ladies' Day was coming. And on this day, boys give gifts to girls, meaning they have to make them happy in some way or another. Bai Yu says, "We should give a gift that they actually need in reality because if we give them a cheap gift, they will think that the gift is cheap. And if we give an expensive one, they will say it's expensive and might not even accept it. That's why we will give them an exact gift." Huaxian asks, "After giving the gift, will you propose to her immediately?" Bai Yu says, "I haven't thought about it yet." Huaxian, surprised, says, "We thought that after rejecting Lu Wei, you were busy proposing to Yixi." In the next scene, Yixi doesn't even know about Ladies' Day, but Sun Qing is very excited about this day and also tells Yixi about this day. In the next scene, Bai Yu goes to a lipstick shop to buy a gift, but seeing so many colors, he doesn't understand anything. So he goes and asks Yixi, "What gift do you want?" Yixi says, "I want a real gift, and not every gift is bought with money." Hearing this, Bai Yu gets even more confused and takes Xiaowen's help, but Xiaowen also doesn't know. Now Bai Yu goes to Huaxian because Huaxian talks to Xiao Chen, and Xiao Chen would know what her sister wants as a gift, but Huaxian keeps talking to Xiao Chen all night and doesn't talk about the gift. In the next scene, Bai Yu tells all the girls in the university the girl who makes a swan and writes her wishes on it, her wishes will come true. In the next scene, Yaoshen also goes to the mall with Bai Yu to get a gift for Sun Qing, but even after roaming the whole mall, he doesn't find anything for Sun Qing. In the next scene, Bai Yu comes back and Qingbei says, "You told the girls here to write their wishes, but you didn't tell them to write their names. Without names, you won't be able to understand which slip belongs to whom." Just then, Yixi and Sun Qing come there, and Bai Yu tells them to write their wishes too, but Yixi refuses and says, "I don't even know how to make a swan," but Sun Qing writes her wishes. In the next scene, Ting Ting and Qingbei are sitting and eating at night. Qingbei says, "Bai Yu is working so hard to buy a gift for Yixi." Ting Ting says, "No mature girl would do that because she would know that writing wishes won't make them come true." Hearing this, Qingbei understands that this means Ting Ting must not have written her wishes. Now Qingbei tells Ting Ting, "I forgot my document file in that building. Will you go and get it? I have some important work." Ting Ting says, "Okay." In the next scene, as soon as Ting Ting enters that building, everyone gives her a surprise because her birthday starts at 12 o'clock. Everyone gives her gifts one by one, but Qingbei's gift is the best. Qingbei had made a painting of Ting Ting after seeing a photo of her. It didn't match, but Qingbei had made it with his own hands, so it was very expensive for Ting Ting. Now, while leaving from there, Ting Ting kisses Qingbei. In the next scene, after the party is over, Bai Yu goes to Xiaochen to ask about Yixi, and Hua Xian goes to Yixi to ask about Xiaochen, about what gift they want, but neither of them understands what gift to give. In the next scene, Bai Yu goes to that board and starts reading those wishes one by one. Even after reading all the slips, Bai Yu doesn't find Yixi's slip. In the next scene, Ladies' Day finally arrives, and Yao Shen comes with his cycle and takes Sun Qing with him. Now, Wu Di, Xiaoen, and Yixi are left behind. Yixi is a little sad because she thought Bai Yu would come with a cycle, but he doesn't come with a cycle and he doesn't even come to class that day. In the next scene, Bai Yu is sitting in the building and practicing. As soon as Qingbei comes, Bai Yu gives Ting Ting's written swan, and he gives Hua Xian Xiaochen's written swan. Ting Ting's wish is to see a concert. Qingbei immediately gets concert tickets, and Xiaochen's wish is to eat barbecue, so Hua Xian gets barbecue tickets for himself and her. In the next scene, Yixi goes to meet Bai Yu on the terrace, where Bai Yu gives her a gift, and it was a teddy bear. Yixi says, "Shall we go to see a movie?" Bai Yu refuses and says, "No, I have to practice." Hearing this, Yixi gets a little sad. In the next scene, Bai Yu goes to the practice room, and we find out that Bai Yu had found Yixi's swan, and Yixi's wish was to win the debate competition, so Bai Yu is practicing a lot. Now Bai Yu messages Yixi, "Don't worry, we will win the debate competition." Seeing this, a small smile appears on Yixi's face. In the next scene, Yao Shen brings a gift for Sun Qing and gives her a VIP card, but Sun Qing gets angry seeing the card and leaves from there. Now Yao Shen looks at that swan and realizes he had read it upside down. He had written his name as VIP, and Sun Qing's wish was to lose weight. No matter how much she ate, her weight should remain low. In the next scene, Yixi and Bai Yu are going together for the debate competition. Their topic is "True Love Lasts Till the End," and the literature team had to speak in its favor, hearing which Bai Yu says, "I wish we had to speak on the disadvantaged side." Hearing this, Yixi also gets angry and says, "This is not a lie. True love lasts till the end. Those who love each other with a true heart never leave each other." But Bai Yu is not ready to accept her words, so they both get angry at each other and keep fighting until they reach the practice room, where Mr. Bang tells them, "Don't fight." Then he tells Bai Yu, "Perhaps you have never loved anyone. That's why you don't know." But the fight between Bai Yu and Yixi continues, meaning now whenever they meet, after a little while their fight starts on this topic. Now Sun Qing tells this whole thing to Yao Shen and takes his opinion, but Yao Shen didn't want to get involved with it, so he says, "Whatever you say is the truth for me." In the next scene, the fight between Yixi and Bai Yu escalates. Yixi's friends say, "You should talk to Bai Yu," but she doesn't agree because, according to her, Bai Yu is wrong. In the next scene, Bai Yu is also sad about this and drinks a lot. Looking at Bai Yu's face, it seems as if his proposal has been rejected by someone. In the next scene, Hua Xian and Sun Qing get 2 movie tickets for Yixi and Bai Yu and tell them, "You two should talk in private," because of which Yixi and Bai Yu agree that they will go to see a movie. In the next scene, Xiaoen is leaving and meets Bai Yu and says, "Yixi likes you. That's why she is arguing with you on this topic." So if you say something like this, Yixi will feel that no matter how much she confesses her feelings to you, you will leave her. Now Xiaoen is leaving and meets Yixi at the bus stand, and she tells Yixi, "You should talk to Bai Yu calmly once." Yixi says, "At first, I was going to watch a movie with him, but then I felt that whenever we meet, we fight. What if our fight escalates? So now I won't go." In the next scene, Bai Yu is waiting for Yixi outside the cinema. The movie ends, but Yixi doesn't come. Now Bai Yu is sitting on the stairs when he sees an old couple who are coming back after watching a movie and are talking lovingly to each other, and the old man is taking great care of his wife and helps her down the stairs carefully. Now Bai Yu is watching them and follows them, where they are also enjoying a lot on the bus, and the husband is taking great care of his wife. After which, Bai Yu sends a voice message to Yixi, "Please forgive me, because I have understood that true love sometimes does work out." Now he is also telling Yixi his feelings, but just then Yixi comes from behind and puts her hand on Bai Yu's shoulder, because of which Bai Yu is now unable to confess his feelings, but Yixi hears the previous words and forgives him. In the next scene, the competition day finally arrives, and Sun Qing gives Yao Shen a diary because she knew that Yao Shen loves to write and his diary was finished. And what better gift could there be for Yao Shen than this? In the next scene, the debate starts, and both teams are playing well. Now it's the turn for the free debate, and Yixi and Baiyu both stand up, but last time too, Baiyu and Qingbei had stood up, and Baiyu had made Qingbei sit down, and they had narrowly escaped losing. But this time, Yixi tells Baiyu to sit down, but Baiyu gets close to her, which makes everyone feel awkward because they thought Baiyu was kissing Yixi. But Baiyu whispers in her ear, "Trust me." So Yixi sits down, and Baiyu gives a very good statement. Now the result is announced, and the literature team wins, and now they will go straight to the finals. And in the finals, their competition will be with the law team, and whoever wins, that team will get the debate trophy. Now Miss Tang comes there and says, "The debate room has been given back to you because the debate room is more important than the science room." Now they all move their stuff from the building and shift it to the debate room, and in the happiness of winning, Ting Ting cooks food for Qingbei, which is very bad, but Qingbei still eats it. When Ting Ting eats that food, she finds out that too much salt and other spices have been added to the food. Even Qingbei's health gets bad, and he goes to the hospital. But Qingbei is still saying, the food was not bad, but the material inside it was bad. In the next scene, the guard sees Baiyu's cat. Now Miss Tang scolds Baiyu, but then forgives him and tells him to take the cat away from here. Now Baiyu and Yixi are just thinking about the cat when Baiyu gets a call from his aunt, who calls him to her office because Baiyu's dad was there. In the next scene, Baiyu's dad is about to take him away when Yixi tells Baiyu's dad, "We have a debate competition now, don't take him away." But Baiyu's dad knows that she's lying, so he takes him away. In the next scene, the law team is also practicing a lot, and the literature team is thinking about Baiyu. Just then, Baiyu comes and says, "My dad has agreed for the debate. I gave him a proper answer." After which, Ting Ting announces, Qingbei has to go for some work, and until then, Xiao Chen will work as a captain in Qingbei's place. Now Ting Ting also goes to drop Qingbei at the airport, and Qingbei says, "Don't worry, I will be back before the debate," and he also kisses Ting Ting. In the next scene, Baiyu, Yixi, Huaxian, and Sun Qing are eating food, and everyone is asking Baiyu, "How did your father agree to the competition?" Baiyu says, "My father was fighting with me and was not letting me come. And then I gave him a sharp reply and came. And after hearing the reply, my dad didn't say anything." Now they are all talking when Baiyu gets a call from his aunt. They all think that Baiyu's aunt has called to convince him, but it's not like that. Instead, his aunt tells him, Baiyu's father has had a heart attack and he is admitted to the hospital. In the next scene, Yixi, Baiyu, Sun Qing, and Hua Xian go to the hospital, and the doctor tells Baiyu the patient's condition has now reached a very critical moment. Hearing all this, Baiyu gets very sad and breaks down because he felt that this happened because of him. Now, Baiyu is crying when Baiyu's mom comes and gives him courage and says, "Your dad will be fine." Now Baiyu's mom tells him Baiyu's dad loved him a lot, and he was forcing Baiyu to study law because Baiyu was very good at law, and Baiyu also has an interest in law, but Baiyu considered his father an enemy. So he thought that his dad was forcing him to study law, and for this reason, Baiyu started losing interest in law. In the next scene, Yixi brings food for Baiyu and his mom, and Baiyu tells her, "I won't be coming for debate practice for a few days because I want to stay in the hospital and take care of my mom and dad." In the next scene, Baiyu's father's condition is a little better, but he is in a coma, and Baiyu is taking great care of his dad. And Yixi also keeps coming to meet Baiyu and his mom and brings food for them. Now the last time, Yixi asks Baiyu, "When will you come for practice?" Baiyu refuses and says, "I will take care of my father now." In the next scene, Baiyu is sitting with his father and expressing his feelings and also apologizing. Just then, Baiyu's father comes out of the coma and regains consciousness. After the doctor's checkup, Baiyu's dad tells him to go for debate practice. Now, while leaving, Baiyu's dad also praises Yixi because he had heard everything. Although he was in a coma, he was listening to everyone's conversations about how Yixi took care of Baiyu and his mom. In the next scene, Yixi and the others are very happy to see Baiyu and get busy practicing because they had this last day for practice. But something happens here that the debate judge had turned the tables, that the literature team will tell the advantages of the debate and the law team the disadvantages. He did all this so that he could see how the competitors would handle it. In the next scene, they start working very hard. But the next day, Ting Ting's throat gets sore, and this means that she won't be able to go to the competition. So she tells Sun Qing, "You go and compete," because Sun Qing and Ting Ting had prepared the script together. But Sun Qing was scared because she had never practiced until today and had not done a single debate competition. In the next scene, Qingbei's flight gets delayed, and after that he gets stuck in traffic and then gets out of the car and goes to the university on foot. In the next scene, the debate competition starts. And before that, a debate is also held between two teams for entertainment. And until then, The final team gets time for preparation, but the literature team's condition was very bad because Qingbei had not arrived yet. And Hua Xian and Sun Qing were also in the same team, and they didn't understand how they would manage. In the next scene, after a while, the timer comes and says, "Get ready, the debate is about to start." If they don't come, the literature team will be disqualified, and the law team will be declared the winner. Now Yixi, as a captain, makes a decision that Hua Xian will debate in Qingbei's place, and Sun Qing will debate in Ting Ting's place. At the same time, Yixi says, "Whether we win or lose, we have to give our best version, and we should not take any tension about winning or losing." On the other side, the law team's coach says, "We have to win, no matter what." In the next scene, the debate starts, and Sun Qing gives the introduction well. Now sometimes the law team performs well, and sometimes the literature team, meaning now both teams keep proving each other wrong. Now the debate ends, and Baiyu's mom and dad and Sun Qing's grandparents turn off the debate because they didn't want to hear the winner's name. For them, it was just important how their children were performing. Now the result is announced, and the literature team wins, and everyone is happy. In the next scene, Baiyu decides that after the debate, he will study law because he liked law. In the next scene, Sun Qing tells Yao Shen, "You must have been scolded a lot." Yao Shen says, "Yes, but not that much. Whoever won for the best. And besides, everyone likes to debate." Sun Qing says, "You lost one competition, but you have won another one." This means that Sun Qing has accepted Yao Shen's proposal. In the next scene, after some time, in happiness of completing the first year, everyone organizes a party and clicks a lot of photos. Now Hua Xian shows all those photos where their entire life journey was recorded. Seeing all these memories, Ting Ting gets emotional, and Yixi rests her head on Baiyu's shoulder, meaning Yixi and Baiyu have also come into a relationship. And with this, the drama ends.